Like all Major League ballparks, the Tropicana Field is now empty due to the All-Star break. 5 team members from the Rays were selected for the American League. While last night's gang roundup took many violent offenders off the streets, Tampa police are still taking steps towards a youth prevention outreach with a new website. Despite the recent rains, water restrictions are still being limited to any unnecessary water usage like this decorative water fountain. Usually garbage is dumped here, but today 300 boxes of marijuana was put in the incinerator. The Blue Jeans for Babies t-shirt fundraiser was a casual way to raise awareness for the March of Dimes.
Hello. Would you like to take a survey for the University of South Florida about hurricane preparedness?
Even though it is still early in the hurricane season, USF students are making sure Florida residents are ready for any storm that may arise in the future.
It's good for the university to collect data and find out what the people's knowledge is of the hurricane and how to evacuate. And the only way they're going to find out is if they ask and know how to educate people.
The biggest thing is, we want to keep people from losing their lives, and that overall, that's definitely the big goal is to, prevent loss of life or injury.
During the 15-minute long questionnaire at the rest stop, surveyors hope to find out not only where people live and where they plan to go, but also people's knowledge of the hurricane evacuation systems and if they have the correct items in a hurricane preparedness kit.
Well, I learned I didn't know what a hurricane warning was. I thought it was 100 miles out, and it's actually 24 hours before it hits.
People stay for all sorts of different reasons. Maybe their pet's there, or their mother's disabled and she's difficult to move, or they're worried about their property. But the most important thing is safety, and so we really want to make sure everybody gets out or has everything they need to to hunker down. While
the results of this survey are actually counted in the study, it's still considered a dry run for an actual hurricane evacuation.
This is a really important trial run for us. Even though we're gathering some data that we can use for analysis, this is really important to figure out how the PDAs work, different troubleshooting issues like if the sun might reflect off them and people have trouble reading them, or how long the batteries last with them. And also we have walkie-talkies, and we're going to see how well they work within the certain range, and different logistics like that.
The USF research team asked 250 people to do the survey Friday in hopes that future hurricane evacuations will be more efficient and beneficial to Florida residents. Each summer, the Pinellas firefighters fire up some fun for a good cause. Volunteers work months in advance to fundraise money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association Summer Camp, also known as MDA Camp.
The whole day is just unbelievable. I mean, these kids are just having a blast. That's what it's all about.
The MDA Summer Camp is only for one day, and these special campers have a good time meeting new people while having some fun.
This is a time for the kids to come out and do things that every other kid gets to do every day. Fishing, swimming, things that these kids don't get to do every day because of their disability.
Even though big companies are making cutbacks, they have somehow found time to lend a helping hand and contribute their resources.
It feels great to be able to help somebody who needs help. These kids need help.
Just brings everything as far as the community with Sweet Bay a lot closer, and it just makes it more like family-oriented, knowing that it's going to the cause and actually seeing it.
After all the face painting, beanbag tossing, and carnival fun, these kids end the day with a small ceremony congratulating the winners of all the competitions throughout the day.
We are gathered here today to unite two furry best friends.
A defining moment in every happy couple's relationship, and probably one of the most memorable, is when they say I do.
You may sniff kiss your bride.
Thursday, Puppy Love made history for being one of the first weddings of its kind at the Tampa General Hospital. A Chihuahua named Chicklet and a Lab named Blake said I do, or rather, ah woof, at the Children's Medical Center.
I thought it was funny that you wouldn't think dogs would get married.
The proud parents of the blushing bride and the handsome groom, Pam Dickens and Ruth Cohens, have been bringing dogs to TGH every Thursday for years to help comfort the pediatric patients.
I just think it's fun, some little distraction, something, fun and upbeat instead of some of the kind of depressing things we hear day to day. So just a little bit of a distraction in their day, and we're kind of goofy and like to dress the dogs up anyways.
It makes me feel cool because I play with a lot of dogs at home too.
Luckily, neither the bride or the groom had cold paws, and the excitement of the ceremony certainly brought smiles and laughter to everyone witnessing the union.
To actually get out of your room and to be with animals and see this really nice, really cute ceremony going on really helps people mentally and eventually physically. because it makes them happier, you know? I mean, the first thing I did when I came in here, I saw the dogs dressed up, I smiled.
After the exchanging of the paws, the newlyweds even had their own puppy cake, and the patients had the chance to congratulate them by blowing wedding bubbles. Today marks the anniversary of the signing of the U.S. Constitution, and a group of Troy University students took time this morning to commemorate the event. More than a month after school started, parking decals are now available. Starting today, students, faculty, and staff are able to purchase their parking decals for the school year. And one of those fun activities that lead up to Saturday's game is Skit Night, where Troy University's Fraternity Row will soon be no more. New fraternity houses are on the horizon, but before they can be built, the old ones have to go. Next in state news, Birmingham officials are fast-tracking $100,000 in improvements to the convention complex's arena in time to make a Miley Cyrus concert, which is now under threat by the aging structure. Troy University has an opportunity to help out with a serious problem. The March of Dimes is sponsoring a Blue Jeans for Babies Day on Friday, November 13th. Troy will participate with more than 600 companies and schools across Alabama in the event. Employees and students can show their support by buying a Blue Jeans for Babies t-shirt and wearing them on the 13th.